25,000 jobs. That's the number Adam Jonas, a Morgan Stanley auto analyst, thinks Ford will cut. 25,000.
That is sending a shockwave across Metro Detroit in the aftermath of the General Motors announcement last week. Let's bring in our business editor, Rob Maloney, who is live tonight in Redford, where he's been talking with the Ford CEO, Jim Hackett, about this report. Rod?
Yeah, I talked to Jim Hackett and Bill Ford. Here's the thing. This is what they're saying. First of all, they're saying these numbers didn't come from Ford. That's number one. Number two, they say they've been working on this for over a year. And they have a way of going about this where they write the plan down, then they talk to their own people internally and give them the details about it and then go public. They said, as far as they're concerned, it was very disappointing that this analyst decided to say these kinds of things. And they're saying that, yes, there will be jobs cut, but clearly not on the scale that he's talking and probably not even here. Ford today opened up its advanced manufacturing center to the media to show off the efficiency-enabling high tech it's testing to make its assembly lines and parts-making prowess less costly. 3D printing and virtual reality are just a couple of the game changers they're testing heavily. But we wanted to get real about the 25,000 job cut figure that we're hearing about, find out where those jobs are likely to be lost. Gardner auto analyst Mike Ramsey says no matter the name you give it, job cuts are in the offing.
I don't know where the cuts are going to happen, but you know, it's likely to happen in Europe and in South America.
He believes the GM announcement prompted the Morgan Stanley warning because the Ford restructuring program hasn't been specific all along. Ford is responding this way, quote, "We are undertaking restructuring activities over the next 5 years. These actions will come largely outside of North America. This includes the targeted and thoughtful approach we are taking to the redesign of our global salaried workforce. Publishing a job reduction figure at this point would be pure speculation," end quote.
Of course, there's going to be job reductions. But if you spread it out over 5 years and those job reductions are paired with new technology investments, it starts to not hurt in the same way as slashing 5 plants and cutting 6,000 workers like GM announced.
Had a chance to ask Bill Ford if this bothered him, this report. He said absolutely it does. And he said because he feels it personally takes great care to engage his own people in these kinds of things. And he was not happy about the way this came about. But here's something that Jim Hackett's been talking about. And last week, they announced that they were going to take 1,100 workers, one from the Ford Mustang plant here in Flat Rock, and then another plant down in Kentucky that are going down to one shift. They're taking all those workers and moving them to a local plant just a few minutes away. The workers from Flat Rock are going to be going to Livonia now to the transmission plant. And one of the lines in Kentucky is going across the street to the truck plant over there. And they're going to go and keep their jobs. So they moved 1,100 workers that way as a way to avoid taking down a shift and losing people lose their jobs. So back to you.
Rod, we've had an awful lot of talk and conjecture about the future marriage, perhaps, between Ford and Volkswagen, and notably, Volkswagen leaders were at the White House today.
Yeah, you're going to be reading about this, I think, in the morning, Devin, because what they're saying here is that, look, Ford and VW are working together. They've been working together a long time, along with Mahindra. And what they're saying here is that it's likely, at least the VW half of this is saying that they're going to be building VWs in Ford plants here, which, again, would help with the job picture. And it's one of those things where Bill Ford said, they were only saying things like that because they were being asked by the administration. He said, I'd probably have done the same thing. They're trying to be more conservative.
Interesting. All right, Rod Maloney reporting for us tonight. Big stuff.